This is Slim Reaper Beats.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Perfect.
You know you're not showing, right?
I'm showing on my thing. I forgot to put it on the screen.
I was like, I get it. Like, you're not showing.
Here, hold on, I can fix that.
You should be aware of it.
There I am.
Oh, there we go. I was like, I'm just talking to an empty screen at this point, but cool. But, yeah. Welcome back, everyone, to the Excuse Me Brother podcast. It's a return of our regular scheduled programming. I'm your host, Brother Tay, and with them, as always, one of the best of the best. Producer Jay.
Don't make me blush.
Make my life a lot easier. This is one of the stressful free time moments of my time.
Yeah.
Brother Jay is not here with us because he has come down with itis.
Literally.
Yeah, he's come down with an
Bronchitis.
itis. Yep. So when he'll return back to us another time, but so we're just gonna enjoy time there. It's been a while. Yeah, I had the whole month of the Black Fathers Matters, which I thought is a great series. Good
Yeah.
to see how guys are ready to be fathers.
Yes.
Because you don't really ever get to see that much, but I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
How
It's
you been,
very.
Producer Jay?
I like that he's doing that.
Yeah.
But
How you been, Producer Jay?
I've been good, honestly. Been very good. I've been busy. I actually started a new job.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so if you didn't know, I work at a hospital, and I was I was working environmental services, which is cleaning crew essentially.
Okay.
And so I was doing that for years, and now I am a unit assistant, which is basically I help the surgeons in the OR rooms. So I'm
Nice.
actually in the OR, and it's a lot.
I can only imagine it being a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of moving pieces, a lot of crazy things going on. I won't go into detail, but it's striking. I'll say that. If you're not prepared for it.
I can only imagine because it comes to a lot of things. You're not really prepared to see a lot of things, especially because you gotta cut. I'm gonna be there when I cut people, but that's not
Yep.
all it be.
Yep.
Well, for me, it's interesting. I have problems.
Like, I had this whole week was my first week, but 3 of the days was just like orientation stuff. So I was just like in a classroom, just like learning all that stuff. But the past 2 days I was on like in the OR and stuff. And just in these past 2 days, I've seen so much.
Oh yeah, you're now assistant. You'll be part of all surgeries. And
Yes.
people- Yeah, we've all been extremely. I know I've been one of the busiest people.
Yo, you
when it comes to
are.
this.
I don't know how you even have time to do anything.
You know, sometimes it just gets something a little easier. Sometimes of it, not all of it, but it's easier.
Yeah.
What I did, other than doing this job, that I think I don't tell you all the secrets of what I go through at work, but man, it is crazy.
I can imagine.
I think one of my tenants, one of the people I work in a building with people who are escaping their BV situation. Some people, they do their best to get away from. Some people always try to go back to it, so it's a weird thing.
Yeah.
But I had a tenant call me that was yelling at me because they were hearing things, so they're going through audio hallucinations at the moment.
Oh. It's not
Yeah,
good.
so they're hallucinating that someone's talking. That they hallucinated there's a camera in their bathroom, and that people were talking about them.
Oh
That
boy.
was a good 25-minute conversation of like no one's talking about you. Like it's all right.
It must be like, because, I mean, I'm sure there's ways to like handle situation and stuff like, but how do you convince someone that they're not crazy, or that
How do you
they are crazy rather?
Well, most people have medicines, but it's very much a, like, I'm not
Yeah.
that best with it, but it's very much a, like, well, what do you don't try to confirm, you don't try to affirm that what they're hearing is real.
Right. That's what I'm
But
saying.
you do
Like,
try to, you ask questions like, okay, like, why do you, like, what do you hear? Tell me about what are the things. And they're like, okay, well, I know well, what are they saying this about? Like, well, I know this person and I've been there. Like, I've never heard that about you. Are you sure you heard that? Or maybe that you were listening to something else. Like, you try to steer it away as much as, like, so they don't believe it's real.
right.
The best step, I think the best step you can get from them is, like, one, confirming that what they're hearing is not real in the sense that the person they think is doing.
Right.
And then you can be like, well, what if it was TV or like radio? Maybe you heard and you just thought it was that.
Yeah.
So you try to escalate it from, like, if they fully believe this person is doing stuff, then you feel emotions when you see them. They're like, I don't like this person. They keep talking about me, and they're like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I never talk about you a day in my life. I know your name.
Right.
So you try to reduce it from, like, okay, it's not that, it could be this or this, and then you start to lead away with it with medicine.
Yeah.
In the midst of that, as I sent the pictures to them, I've also started my voice acting journey.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did send pictures in our group chat. How did that go? How do you think it went?
I had a blast doing it.
Yeah.
So we recorded my demo tapes. That will be, like,
Yeah.
if I ever produce any audition for more things, that's what I'll be sending people.
Oh, I want to
Actually
hear
did
that.
get to, I did actually did get to audition. Well, the people I do it with, they're gonna make me a website. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. So along where you look up my name, you will actually see a website of me voice acting in my tapes and stuff.
Oh, I can't wait. I want to see that.
Yeah, so that's my experiment for the month. Try to make it my own knots, along with, like, possibly getting recordings of us doing this, the streams that I always do. As you know, I
Yeah.
stay busy. When you
Damn.
put it on paper, I don't know how I have this much time.
I'm
to do things.
saying it's like you got like you ever seen Harry Potter? Which one was it? The third one, I think it was. I forget the name. Prisoner of
Yeah.
Azkaban,
Oh yeah,
where Hermione
was that
like
the fourth
she
one?
basically goes back in time so she can take like multiple classes at once or something like that. I feel like that's you. You have a double out there just doing stuff and
think-
then you just retain the knowledge from both.
I feel like that's some Naruto. That's what Naruto did.
Yeah.
That was the cheat that made Naruto cheat. But yeah, that's gonna be a fun thing. When the
That's
demo
cool.
tape is ready, I'll let you know. I actually
Yes.
did get the results of the audition. I did make it very far, but they did go
Hey.
with someone that was more experienced than me.
But
But
you
at
made it
least-
far.
Yeah,
You
at
got your
least
foot in there.
The producer and director really enjoyed what I was doing. I was auditioning for an evil character at the time,
Oh man.
so I did do an evil laugh a couple of times.
I'm so excited. I really want to hear this.
When the demo tape is ready, I will send it to you. You and Brother Zay to listen to it. I know Brother Zay will also be excited to hear it.
Yeah, because I, your voice is very unique, but I hear you like talking regularly, so it's like I can't
That's what I
imagine you
said.
playing a character.
It's so much fun to do the weird things I do because you also hear me do random voices during
Yes,
the day.
I do. Yeah, you're right.
So does my roommates and I'm a person that anyone that knows me will see me and hear me do random voices where I go extremely high pitch. Because I do
Yeah.
Michael Jackson he's, and then it's
Oh, yeah.
extremely dark, it's extremely low for no fucking reason. Like I'm Barry Manilow.
Oh man. So
So
yeah,
the-
we look forward to that.
Yeah.
And with
Well,
your
it's that-
permission, we could put it in potentially in the description of these videos. Maybe somebody will
absolutely.
see it.
Even in Patricia, it's actually my one of the producers that was there was like, yeah, you should put this in because like now, if like when the podcasts get more popular, especially loading
Yeah.
up to this, all our sponsors. Now
Yes.
instead of like them being like, oh, we gotta get someone to do your readings, they're like, oh no, this guy does voice acting readings, voiceover.
Hey,
Just get
look
into
at
it.
that.
More check for us.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna keep the money within us 4 or 5. Sorry, brother Matt. Forgot.
So good.
Apologies.
So good.
No, we can't give anything to Craig. He's out real.
Yeah, Craig is just the invisible. We just they don't know about Craig. We know about Craig. It's funny because like we right before we record and stuff like that, it's like we always like badmouth Craig, but nobody knows
That's
who he
me.
is.
It's always
It's
me.
you.
I have a rivalry with Craig that's not real. As soon as he starts, I'm like, fuck you, Craig. No one knows. We ever
Nobody
do this live
knows.
thing. No one ever knows. Don't hear it. It's fucking hilarious to me, though. I have no reason to do
Oh
it.
well.
No,
That's cool,
Oh,
though.
man. Well, while we
Well,
were away,
no,
a reason.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm trying to go.
No, I was just
Go.
gonna say that since we've been gone, like a lot has happened.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, a lot has happened.
A lot has happened. We won't get to a lot of it, but I know the real reason I wanted to do this was my pettiness against the Olympics.
Oh yeah,
For
you
a
had like
minute.
a rant brewing for weeks.
It's still there. I'm still upset at this team.
It's like, go off, King.
But so I'll keep it simple. The reason I've been very pissed off, not even pissed, I've just been very upset with the United States men's swimming team. Just upset. Because like one, as we all know, Olympics is pretty much the sport where honestly America mostly dominates most.
Yeah,
To be honest. But the sports that like the 3 sports that we really expect us to dominate in, it's mostly swimming, track and field, and basketball.
yes.
And then every other sport is kind of like, oh, we did it there. Sorry, something just scared the shit out of me. You wanna know what it was actually?
What?
Kit Kat wrapper.
Okay. What? A Kit Kat wrapper?
Yeah, it got caught in the wind of my air conditioner, and it flew.
Also, like in the corner of your eye.
It flew. It was more like here because it's next to the microphone, so it flew into my computer. And when you just see a tiny thing flying, your normal reaction, especially when you're in the city, is like, "Oh shit!" it's
What
an
the hell? Yeah.
insect." I didn't
Or it's
know-
like one
I
of
thought it was
what are those
Lead-
things that they tell us to kill?
the lantern flies. I swear to God, I get attacked by those bitches every other song. I did the day.
Yo.
One
I
time-
fight them. I freaking scope one out and I'm like, I'm killing you.
I go after them. Yo, one tried to get in my hair last week. I swear to God, I was losing it. I was
Hair.
so
Oh damn.
yeah, you know it. See the problem?
Yeah, that's bad.
But I'll say, fuck this. But yeah. So, as you know, last Olympics in Tokyo, I was disappointed in the men's track and field team. Because they didn't get no gold medals. Like, none.
Yeah.
Every medal they won was silver and bronze. Until, like, the last relay of the year of the Olympics, which was, like, the 4x400. That was the only gold medal the men's team won that year.
Oh damn.
You go back and look at that. Every race they were in, if they got a medal, it was silver or bronze. But I knew in this Paris Olympics, I knew that the men would be a lot better, and I was right. I was right on all the medals, the gold medals they won, except for one, because I didn't see Noah Lyles losing the 200. Well, you know, things happen.
Can't win them all. You gotta have
Can't win 'em
some
all.
like buffer.
Hey, he won the 100. I didn't expect him to win. So, where's it went?
Wins
Go
away.
home with one. But I did not expect the men's swimming team to go home with 0, with only one gold
Oh,
medal.
they went 0? Oh, a 1?
They literally won 2 relays, and then one long distance swimmer won a gold medal by setting an Olympic record. But he already lost. But he had lost his previous event before that. So He's like, I gotta redeem myself. That's what his thought was.
Yeah.
They lost every individual race.
Oof.
Nope.
That's bad.
Except again, the last one, which was the mile swimming. You gotta swim 1,500 meters swimming. That's the only race they won. Individual. What the fuck is going? What is this? And I know Michael Phelps was pissed.
I was gonna say, like, I did not
I know.
go through all the shit that I went through just
For
to
y'all
not
to disappoint
win.
me. Like, cause honestly, when the Olympics are in the country, you expect the whole country to come out a bit very good. Like Paris has probably
Yeah.
got their most medals that they ever had in a while to do, which is
Probably.
expect. That's what you expect from the hosting country.
Yeah.
What the fuck were they doing? Every race, even
Well,
some
did-
like and some.
Go ahead.
Nah, even some of like the favorites that like won the American trial, because like to get there you gotta beat other Americans to be like, yeah, I'm better.
Yeah, yeah.
And for swimming they only sent 2, so you gotta be the top 2 of everybody. Even
Oh,
the
man.
favorites were losing before they even got to the finals. They weren't even making the finals.
Damn.
Sorry, what the fuck is going on here? Oh, I know Marco Phelps is pissed. Especially because like this after this Australian swimmer who also did make it to her finals, made it a little better. She went on like a Australian talk show talking about how every time Australian beats an American, it makes it so much better.
Why?
Because it just Australia doesn't like this. I feel like it's very
Well,
obvious.
Nobody likes us. What are you talking about?
Some people like us, but like they have a rivalry with us when it comes to like this Olympics. They don't care much about anything else. And also,
Well,
apparently,
didn't the U.S. come out with the most like gold medals or something like
oh, yeah,
that?
they finished. I mean, they had the most gold medals, or they were tied with the most gold medal again with China, which is more.
Yeah, yeah.
They had the most medals, which also it's just is what if the American men would have showed up, we would have had all the gold medals. We would have won most gold medals. Just saying, I didn't even need all
Yeah.
of you. I just needed 2 of you to show up. It'll Drexel, well, fuck. Michael Phelps, supposed replacement, not doing his fucking job. Out. Maybe next.
No.
Maybe the next
Next
4
Olympics.
years they'll be better. Which
What is
I do
that's
expect that.
Isn't that in California?
That's Yep, that's in LA.
Yeah.
Trying to see. We got money. I might buy his tickets to go there. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey,
I would
we got
mind
4
buying-
years to save up.
I know, right? We also got the World Cup moved to New Jersey as well.
Really?
Yeah, the World Cup, the 2 years.
Is that
the-
Red Bull Stadium? Or
no,
what is it?
Like
Is that MedLife?
the American football stadium.
Oh,
Not
wait,
the
what?
soccer stadium.
No.
That
Okay.
football field where the Jets and the Giants play. Yeah, they're going to turn that into the soccer field for the World Cup.
Oh. Well, that's better than like friggin'. You ever went to an MLS game at Yankee Stadium?
Yes,
I went there. It's very weird. Very odd.
It's extremely weird because it doesn't take off. It doesn't cover the whole field.
No,
It's
it doesn't.
Kind of weird. Kind of weird.
Yeah. Like literally the goalie is like at the edge because
Yeah.
there's not enough space.
Which they can, it's because like the dirt and stuff. So like they can't, like they don't want to replace
Yeah.
them. So it's a little weird. So look, Rob in there. Sorry, watch SmackDown.
Don't spoil it, I said. I gotta watch it
I'm
after.
I'm just they're doing like special people who are there for like the season thing.
Oh.
So like Rob Van Dam is there, and so is Vicky Guerrero.
Don't spoil it. Okay, enough.
That's
No
all.
more SmackDown talk.
It's only 2.
That's-
There's a lot more.
That's still a spoiler. That's still a spoiler.
They're nice in the crowd. It's good to see crowd
I
people.
mean, I would expect to see those, but still.
Yeah, you expect to see them, but you don't expect them to get like a thing. And they're like, hey, they're here. Like, that's it. That's all I'm telling you.
Right. All right.
Yeah. That was my issue.
Speaking of sports, we got the Super Bowl coming up
Me too.
in A very special
he-
person is gonna do the halftime show.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, can't
They,
wait.
they're doing this specifically because of the whole like beef between him and Drake and Kendrick and stuff like that. Like that's
Well,
why they're
that
doing
was-
it, right?
Yeah, but like, cause like one, he was the hottest thing in the song. So like,
Yeah.
this is how everyone's aware when it comes to this. I remember which performance that was so bad in the Super Bowl that like the NFL started collaborating with Jay-Z on like picking a performer for the Super Bowl. That's why like the performances have got like a little better lately.
Oh, really?
So yeah, and like NFL and Jay-Z and the city that it's hosting work together to pick a performer for that Super Bowl. So
Oh.
apparently, so I say this because other than Kendrick Lamar, they picked Kendrick Lamar to perform this year because like he had like this, he has the song of the summer, having everyone call Drake a
does.
pedophile, having everyone call Drake a pedophile. Fantastic work.
And now they're gonna
But-
have Drake. They have to play that song. Like I don't care. They can play
Oh,
all the
abs-
Kendrick songs. They gotta play Not Like Us. Like
Oh,
that's
absolutely.
mandatory.
Kendrick Lamar is a great performer because like he had a
I'm
part
really
in
good
a
at that.
previous Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, he did do the other one with Eminem
Doc-
and all of the
Mhm.
Dr. Dre and yeah.
Yeah, so like he had a part and he had a very good part.
No.
So he's former. I do it.
Yeah, it's fine.
I love it. But you know, the show was never serious. It's so well. Yeah, so Kendrick Lamar is like technically one of the best hip hop performers. So I
Yeah,
think,
right now,
I think
yeah.
he would have. So I think he would have been like he's gonna be one of the runnings, regardless of what city he was gonna be in.
True.
What makes it funny, which makes this a little more, and I'm getting a little annoyed by it, is that the people are being like, why didn't they call out why didn't
Nope.
they ask Lil Wayne to perform?
Lil Wayne. Yeah, that's the one I heard. Yeah.
They're like doing like big outreach. They're like, why did I'm saying big outrage because like I want this to be known. New Orleans, this is like the 4th or 5th time New Orleans is hosting the Super Bowl
Yeah.
since Hurricane Katrina. I
mean,
want this to.
I don't
I just want this.
I don't get why people think just because it's in a specific area, they gotta get someone from that area. Like freaking, what was it? Last year was in Texas, right?
It was in Texas, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, well, wherever it was. Freaking Usher. Usher's not from there. So,
Yeah, Usher was not from that place.
yeah, and then
I still
then the year before that, Rihanna. Like, it's never based around where
Was
the
it?
Super Bowl is.
To be honest, I'm very confused on why they thought it was. Well, not against Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is a legend in the hip hop world, and that's cool.
Right.
But I've never Lil Wayne I've never really thought Lil Wayne would be like a headliner when it comes to this. Like, you know what I mean? If you think of a Super Bowl show, do you ever think about Lil Wayne?
Yeah, so yeah, that's the thing, cause like usually when you think of a Super Bowl halftime show, you think of like a performance. I don't
Yeah.
think Lil Wayne can put on a performance. Like he's a good like artist, and not to say like
Yeah,
any of
he's
his songs are whack or anything, but
No,
That-
it's not about him being whack. But Lil Wayne, the best thing I've ever seen Lil Wayne do is like come on the stage and just rap with like people, like DJs
Yeah.
with that.
yeah,
I've never seen him like put on an actual Super
Well,
Bowl performance thing like that.
you-
And I'm not.
you could say the same thing about Kendrick.
I've seen Kendrick do well performances.
Oh, really?
If you look up all his Grammy performances, those shits is an interesting performance.
Oh, okay, well,
In fact,
I'll have
if
to.
you look up 2018 Grammy performance, he had like a little thing because that's when that wasn't for his last album. That's the last thing he did was like at that Grammy performance he did the soundtrack for Black Panther,
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
and so he did like he had a great performance with that, and he even had like in the middle of the Dave Chappelle come in the middle of it saying words. Literally in the middle, like he finished performing, like he has like people all around him like doing like little stomps, like they're putting the army and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Routines and things, and then it literally cuts to Dave Chappelle. Like, I don't know what's worse. This not gonna make America happy. The only thing scarier than it's like the only thing scarier than black men in America is a black man in America being honest about America. It cuts back to Kendrick Lamar performing "The King Is Dead," the Killmonger announcement,
Oh shit.
and then it cuts back to Dave Chappelle like, "You keep on going, Kenny." And then and then he had during the whole thing he did a choreography. He did like a little can't say the word now.
Choreography.
Choreography, like choreographic performance with the drummer as he does this.
Okay.
And then like put back Dave Chappelle, then back of all the other dances come out, everything. So like because of his Grammy performances, I can see him doing that's the thing.
Okay. Well, yeah, I haven't seen those, so all right.
Look up his Grammy performance.
Yeah, I'll look it up. So then,
but also
yeah, no, then
thing,
Wayne wouldn't be like a good fit for like a Super Bowl performance.
although he can always just bring out Lil Wayne.
That's true. That is true.
I think most rappers
Do they have a song together?
Lil Wayne fans. They have, yeah.
So then, yeah.
You always just blown them out. It was really
Oh yeah,
weird.
yeah. They could just, yeah.
Like no one's stopping Lil Wayne from showing up like a special guest. The only thing gonna stop him now is himself.
True.
But also,
and
I
like
also
Pride,
bring this
because I
up.
think.
No, continue.
No, so I remember I saw a video. I think they like, I don't know if it was like an interview or something like that. It was Wayne talking about like how he felt being snubbed at the Super Bowl or the halftime show, but like it, he seemed to take it personally, but like he understands why. I don't know.
I think he felt it a little bit because like one, he knows his career is coming to an end. Like
that is also true.
Like you are like at a certain point, you got to know like I can't be rapping like this forever. Like how many rhymes can I put together that people really all listen?
Right.
And like I said, since it's been at New Orleans for so long, I guess the Lil Wayne's line, he's like if I'm not gonna do it this time, I guess it's never gonna happen.
Probably, yeah.
But again, like he can always it can always be one of the things where he just shows up as a thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he can always like just show up and well, why? Maybe it's just like a pride thing that like he wants to perform in front of
it's a
New Orleans. Yeah,
it's a whole thing. But if you want to make it, another thing that actually came out was that Lil Wayne was one of the people probably the selections. Because they go through all like a whole 5 council. They do like a whole 5-person thing. They do like, okay, get this person, this person, this person, this person. So he was one of the top people they were debating on, and then the city decided to pick Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
So in a sense, like I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, he's just doing this because like it's to go against Drake and like Drake is part of Lil Wayne's thing. But like the city picked the city picked Kendrick Lamar to perform at the Super Bowl. Like, can you really? So how much you can't really be like, oh, this is a Kendrick Lamar plan. A lot of people were like blaming Jay-Z. They're like, Jay-Z did this because he doesn't like people. And Jay-Z's like, I don't care.
Yeah, he's worried about his own shit.
Because apparently, I learned this during the week. Was that apparently Jay-Z helps out a lot of artists get out of their label, not so they can sign with him, so that they can owe him favors later on in the future.
Pretty smart.
Yeah,
not
so like
nothing.
like if an artist is having label issues, he gives them like lawyers and stuff to help them like get their money out of like the labels and stuff.
Yeah.
He did the same thing. He did it for Lil Wayne.
Oh, okay.
He did for Lil Wayne in the past. He's done it for the reason it's more of a thing is because like also Nicki Minaj. This comes from all Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj had a rant about how Jay-Z hates her, Birdman, Drake, which I will. But Nicki Minaj thinks everyone hates her if you're friends with Megan Thee Stallion, and Jay-Z
Well,
has
that's
helped out.
yeah.
Jay-Z has helped out Megan Thee Stallion, so that's where that comes from.
So stupid.
Real Megan Thee Stallion has her own issues. Not I mean Nicki Minaj has her own issues.
Yeah.
You know, we don't even talk about that. That's something I just know it's something I happen to acknowledge and share with.
Yeah. But I mean, one thing we can be sure of is that this halftime show has potential to be the most viewed.
Most viewed, oh my god.
Can you imagine like how much can fit in that stadium? Like what, 50,000? 60?
I told my friend this. I can't wait to hear this and to call Drake a pedophile.
Say Drake. I heard you like him
Really?
young.
I can't wait. My favorite, I don't know. Dude, Kendrick Lamar actually released a song 2 days ago on 9/11.
Oh, for real?
Not against Drake, but it was pretty much like it's pretty much a song where he's like, I'm wiping my hands of all this now. Like I gotta do my own. Now I gotta do my own things and stuff.
Get back to back
But
to how things were. And he even said in the promo for the Super Bowl, he said like no round two, because I think Drake was trying to hype up that there was gonna be a round two, and it's like no.
In my brain, you probably shouldn't want that. Like Drake, let it be. Bro.
Yeah, just take the L, tuck your tail between your legs, come back, and then
I don't want to
some
know
reggae.
Here's the thing: I don't want to know what else he knows about you.
Right.
Honest. I already do. Like I personally already knew Drake was somewhat of a groomer because of like all the things that came out of him, like in '60s and probably like high school basketball. I already knew that was an issue.
Even the whole Millie Bobby Brown stuff, which Kendrick didn't even reference. He didn't have to reference.
Yeah, he did that himself when he brought up Millie Brown. I was like,
yeah.
Cool.
I was like, so dope.
I was like, I got anything to do with it, but by all means, sure. But I was like, great. I don't want to know. I don't want a round two because I don't need to know what else bad things you've done in the past.
Yeah, it's enough. It's like just
already. Like we already got you hiding a child from the first time you did the beef. Now I found out you were hiding a second one potentially. Saying about you were hiding a son, you might be now hiding a daughter based on this one. I already got you on blackface. I don't need one. Please.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't care.
If anything, if Drake tries to come back, it's gonna be like a one-sided thing. Like he's probably just gonna maybe not keep doing it, but he'll probably release a song, and then Kendrick won't respond, and then Drake will think, "Oh, I won this round." It's like, no, there was no round.
I call it the Trump effect.
Well, let's not get into politics.
We're gonna have to eventually, only because the debate happened.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk about it. Well, the funniest thing about this though, song. The reason I brought up that he did a new song was because the person Kendrick Lamar made fun of Baka got a weird case. Why is he around?
Yeah.
So when he released the song, Baka actually commented on it saying like the song is trash, and everyone's response to his thing was like, "Why are you still here?"
Like literally.
Everyone's like, "Why are you around?" It was like, and then someone put up a mugshot of him and his crime of trafficking minor women, like girls of minor age.
Yeah, no, that's OD. I mean,
just go home, bro. Just go home.
Yeah, just leave. Like, you're done.
Well, yeah, so it's all sports. Speaking of sports, I know Brother Jay's not here to talk about this, but I think we talked about this before. Do you remember when we talked about Tua Tagovailoa?
Maybe. Sounds familiar.
So it was a quarterback for the Miami football team but we talked about him because he took a bad hit and like he went like full like concussion comatosis. Like
Oh, wow.
his fingers were like this on live TV. And
Oh,
like you could tell from like off rip he had a concussion, he was knocked out.
yeah.
So I bring this up because it happened again yesterday.
What?
Yeah, it happened to him again yesterday, the same player.
Oh, damn. That's
And the thing I was talking about happened to him on a Thursday night football game. It happened again on a Thursday night football game.
oh,
And
man.
to make it worse, the hit to describe this hit is because like one, I said this to Brother Jay. When quarterbacks run, it's better just to slide because like they're not as strong as like other players that are running to take hits.
Yeah.
So he was running with the ball, and like quarterbacks are normally supposed to slide so they don't get hit. He didn't do that. He decided to dive into a player. And I say that the player didn't like lower his shoulder or try to like hit him back. The player let
Yeah.
him dive into him, and he dived into like his shoulder pad.
Oh,
And then literally he went because he dived into the shoulder pad, head top first and everything. He went back into the same fencing position and caught a concussion on TV.
wow.
Like and his arms stuck out and like his hands were like looked like he had got what it is now. Carpal tunnel, like where your fingers feel like
Oh,
they
yeah.
stretch up.
Yeah. Mhm.
It felt like his arms one arm went down, the other arm went up, and then his fingers looked like they had carpal tunnel, and then like one foot was pointed up and the other one was pointed down. So like he was completely out of it. He did something to himself.
Oh,
And
that's bad.
to make that worse, the player he dove into was the Buffalo Bill player that had a cardiac arrest attack on the field and died on the field, like on the football field.
What?
I don't know you were there for that one.
No, I was not.
So this was literally 2 years ago, same season, not the season, the season before Tua's concussion on live TV. This player went for it, like he went for a tackle. The running back ran into his chest. He's a defensive player, so the offensive player ran to his
Yeah.
chest and caused his heart to like stop because it caught it at a moment where it was beating and it messed up the rhythm, so the heart kind of just stopped.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember hearing something about that.
So yeah, he technically died on the field from that hit. They were able to bring him back.
Yeah. I remember that. Okay.
So they brought him back, and then like he took the rest of the year off to rehab and like get back. And I remember me and Brother Jay had a debate. We're like, should he come back? And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, that like it's really gonna be up to him. I know most football players, if they feel good enough, because he's like 25. He's like 25. He's not gonna want to sit down and be like, I still got prime in my life. I can still do this. And I was right. He really went through all the rehab, and to his credit, he got his starting job back, and he's played. So he went through he went through all what he needed to do to become a starter again.
Look at that.
But like when you see the player who's known for concussions dive into the player who had a heart problem,
Yeah.
the whole thing, you're watching it on the replay, you're like, dear God. And the ending result wasn't the best. I'd rather
Yeah.
no one got any hurt or anything like that.
Of course.
But at our point, a lot of now the thing is like maybe this quarterback should retire, and that was a conversation last year when it happened to him. Like maybe because this was like his third concussion in 3 years now.
Yeah. The more it happens, the more you're prone to it, and you don't want to mess with that because we all know now about like the CT and stuff like that. It's like it's not worth it.
Yeah, it's already a bad thing, and it can only lead to more worse.
Yeah.
I'd rather and like they have like things you can put on top of your helmet to prevent. Like I don't know how padded his helmet is. I'd rather him just retire now at this point, personally.
Yeah.
Because after I saw you crippled up one time, and I was like, okay,
Maybe you should step away.
I understand the first time I saw it, like I understood, like he he was swung back. He just hit the back of his head. Like the back of his head hit his helmet, and that's what happened. Like that's unfortunate. Like you rather like that's why like you can't really do that to players no more. If you go for tackles, they'll like really playing them like a German suplex.
Yeah.
Because that's honestly what the tackle was like.
So he like grabbed him and then like yanked him back.
Yeah, he yanked him back because he wasn't going down, so he yanked him, and then
Yeah.
he fell, and like the back of his head hit his helmet. The helmets are padded, but like
Yeah, not
still-
padded enough.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's still going to affect you regardless of what it does.
Right.
This one wasn't. This one was a very common play. Like literally, if he doesn't like, and honestly, he doesn't bore his shoulder to get more yards. If he just runs into him, or he just slides, we don't have this conversation right now. But but at this point, that's a standard play that most players do. If you can't handle that, I don't think you should be on the field anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing against your skills, but now it's just like your
health.
brain, your health isn't worth this.
Yeah.
You still like you made millions already. I think
Yeah,
his
it's not like they're hurting.
I think he has a $165 million guaranteed contract.
Oh, then
So-
yeah. What the hell?
Yeah, he's gonna get the money regardless if he plays or not. That's
Yeah.
guaranteed.
So then
It's a guaranteed money. I'm one
it's like a pride thing. I don't know.
when you're a football player, it's so weird because you gotta reset a lot of things in your brain.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
wanna-
you gotta learn. And it's similar to being like a wrestler. You have to like basically train your body to
Pretty much
do
ignore
things
pain.
that it wasn't intended to do. It's like
Not
take
at all.
hits.
You gotta be like, I'm gonna say it, and like I'm gonna have to pretend like it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
I gotta keep getting up because like this is what I get paid to do.
Exactly. And that's
You know, at a certain
It's
point
tough.
you gotta. At a certain point, you gotta realize like it's not worth it.
it's not. It really isn't.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm so surprised seeing Randy Orton still do this shit.
Yeah, he's been through a lot, but
No,
he's still at it.
What was it? He was wrestling when we were like in our single digit ages.
Yeah. Well,
has to
maybe
be.
not. Maybe I was like mid-teens.
You're not. Like,
I'm
was it
trying to
Evolution?
think. How old was I in like 2002?
How old were you in 2002?
I don't know. I was.
I
Oh,
need you to-
actually, no. I was 9. So yeah, you were right.
gonna say. No, well, your birthday's not. Yeah, so Evolution started January 2003.
Oh,
So
so
you were
yeah,
9.
and Orton was around before that too. So then yeah.
Yeah, so he's been wrestling since you were 9 and I was 7-ish.
Oh man.
No, was I also? No, I was 8. I was 8 going on to 9.
Yeah.
I was about to be. So you were 9, he was 8. I was 8, you were 9. He's been wrestling since then. We're now in our 30s.
Yeah.
I've seen this man been dropped off several ladders.
He's been through a lot.
I just stopped wrestling.
Hey,
Same for Rey
if
Mysterio.
he says he can go for another 10 years. So
I'd rather him not.
I mean I would rather him not too, but he has at least 5 because I think he just resigned.
The same thing for Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio is a freaking magician. Like he found the fountain of youth.
He's
The way
been
he
wrestling
moves,
for. He's been wrestling
he should
for so
move
long.
the way he has.
I want to know. He was wrestling before his kid was born.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, he wrestled. He's been wrestling for so long. His child is now a professional wrestler and one of the top ones in the world.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! At a certain point, he had been wrestling for 40 years at least. How old is himself?
Yeah, he's like in his 50s, I think.
Yeah,
Or maybe he's gonna be 50. I don't know, but he's up there.
like he has to be up. He's been wrestling since he was in his early teens, or his late teens.
Yeah.
Because he was. I think he's been in every major company other than AEW.
AEW. Yeah, I think so.
I think he's going there either. I don't think they're going.
He's not. No, he's staying. He's retiring in WWE.
I already gave him a Hall of Fame. He's for him.
Yeah, he's good. He's set. I do want to talk about
Yes.
the Shannon Sharp situation.
I blame
Just
Brother
very
Jay for
briefly.
this.
Yes, because he
Gives a-
freaking just
Put it in
infiltrated
there.
our yeah, because I would have never known about this stuff. But apparently, for those that don't know, Shannon Sharp, he's a personality.
Former NFL
pu-
player. To keep it- to keep-
former
to keep-
yeah.
Keep the segue going.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. So he did an Instagram live where he was performing acts that are in adult territory.
No, we gotta say it like his co-host Ocho Cinco was saying it. Performing
say it?
the horizontal and vertical acts.
Horizontal and
performances.
vertical act. The primal acts, because he was growling. Like, it was crazy. It was
He
oh
was
man.
growling. He was growling. She was moaning.
Yeah, it was I don't know, and he claims he was hacked. I don't know how true that is,
To
but
be fair,
it sure didn't sound like it. Or it sounded like him.
No, to be fair, he went on his show. I'm not gonna call it little. Apologies.
Yeah, it's his
he
show.
went on his YouTube show where he does with Chad Ochocinco,
Yeah.
and he clarified everything. He wasn't hacked.
Okay, I didn't see this, so
Yeah, so he pretty much he did this and like he got roasted by a lot of people. It was hilarious.
I assume so. Yeah.
Yeah, so he said like he wasn't hacked. He pretty much said that before the actions happened, he was on his phone. He was on Instagram looking at stuff already. And
Yeah.
then when it was happening, he tossed his phone to the side. And I guess in the middle of him like holding it and tossing it, it went live during that. I don't know
How
what happened.
easy is it to like go live on Instagram?
I don't know, and I don't really care enough to look into it. But I just know that's what his explanation was, and honestly, that sounds like the closest they were gonna get.
I mean, at
Really
least he got
happened.
to it. He said
Yeah.
initially that he got hacked, but eventually
Yeah,
he
he
was
took-
like,
He took it back because he said it because he thought like maybe that could do damage control or something.
yeah.
But then he was like, then he came out and he said like, now like I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna be a full grown man about it. Like that's what happened. Like, and I was like, it wasn't hacked.
It was what it
He's like,
was.
He's like, I didn't do it. He's like, I didn't do it on purpose.
Obviously,
Like it was completely accidental. But like the whole time, everyone was making fun of him. I think Kai Cenat came on their show and made fun of him as well.
Oh my god.
It was like a whole thing. I think my favorite thing came from his own Instagram page, where he was like, "How Cat Williams is reacting to him right now," and it's a gif of Cat Williams going like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Chad Ochocinco's response was like, "Hey, you wasn't gay today." I was like, "What?"
God.
Oh, they were like, it was.
My favorite part was R-Truth commenting on it, and he even made fun of it by and then he made fun of it. He did his own live where he was doing something to make fun of it, like he was like clapping or something like that.
R-Truth is hilarious.
Yeah, R-Truth is the best.
Oh my god, I love the comments they were doing. Okay, excuse
like,
my
"Yo,
French. Are they fucking? That's not very
Yo.
PG.
Right. You know what's crazy? So after Brother Jay sent all that stuff, I think it was like maybe the next day, I got an ad, like maybe on Facebook or Instagram or something, of erectile like dysfunction pills with Shannon Sharp. Yo, I'm not lying. I wish I like recorded it. He was saying like, "Oh, this is what I used to get it on," and I'm like, "Yo, what are the freaking chances?"
At least that, hey, we know those work.
Right? You're say, hey, that's the best advertising right there.
That's crazy.
Yo, I want to send that. If I see it again, I'm gonna send it.
Please do. The creating's always out that way. Because I think Monday night I was like watching something and I was on the phone. I wasn't even on the phone. I was talking to my friend who was here. And she literally goes like, I want Wingstop. I'm like, all right, they're like, yeah, we can order like food and stuff. And literally, as I'm scrolling through my phone, I'm on TikTok going through it, I get an ad for Wingstop the next video.
Yeah, that's usually how it works. Like, they don't. Like, all right, so I actually watched a video on this because like a lot of people think, oh, your phones are listening to you. They're not. What they are doing is they're tracking what you're looking at, and also tracking what other people are looking at. So the way it works is that, like, let's say you're in the same room with, like, one of your roommates or whatever. They look up Wingstop. And because they're connected to the same internet, and you are connected to the same internet, you start seeing ads for Wingstop. That's how it works. It's all data that's being transferred.
No, that makes sense. I feel like that makes a lot of sense. Actually, something? Google's actually going through a lawsuit against the government right now for ads from Monopoly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they're not supposed to be. They're they're technically the only web search right now because they bought the other one.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So now the government's like suing them for going against the Monopoly laws.
Yeah, good. Fuck Google. Even though I have an Android, fuck Google.
So they can share it the way because you know how it is.
Yeah. Well, I guess one last thing we can talk about is
Go for it.
The tragic passing of one James Earl Jones. He was
father that we technically all know.
Yeah, he was all our fathers, really. He wasn't just Luke's father.
The voice of Mufasa.
Voice of Mufasa, and countless other roles that you wouldn't even think of. Like he was in I think The Sandlot. He was in
I think he was.
Yeah, just a lot.
Was he not in Black Panther or am I imagining? Was he one of the elders in Black Panther?
That was oh, what's his name? Forrest Whitaker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, they don't look alike, but that's like the big name, I feel like.
No, I'm just trying to think because I know Forrest Whitaker was in there, but my brain's like, was he not? I felt like was he not like in the background?
No, he wasn't. He was also in Coming to America with Eddie Murphy. He played the father.
That's why. That's why. the costume designs. Sorry, I'm not movie tag like you know that.
It's similar. It's similar. Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't. I'm not saying it like racistly, but like the costume designs with the colors and like the flair are very similar.
I mean, yeah, they were supposed to be from Africa, so then I could see why that would be confusing.
It's just the flair. It was just the flair of it and the color design, the colors.
Yeah.
The costume designs are completely different in my head right now, but because of like they look like they just belong together. In a way.
Even though they're decades apart in terms of release.
To be honest, I feel like the costume designers took the design from Coming to America for some of the Black Panther stuff. I'm pretty sure they said that in
maybe.
I'm sure they said that in one of their interviews, but in my head, I'm like, I'm like, weren't they in that movie? Like, they look like they were in that movie.
Eddie Murphy was in Black Panther, yeah.
I would. If you told me that, I'd believe you. What you know?
But yeah. So he sadly passed away at the age of 93, I think it was, and it sucks because like he was one of those actors that like, obviously he was getting up there in age, but it's like he was one of those that I feel like it was him and Betty White. They were like the two that was just like, they need to be around like for as long as possible.
It just felt like it was okay when they were around.
Yeah.
And he took very good care of his health.
Yeah, he did.
Like and he was the reason why.
What's that?
I said Black don't crack, and he was the reason why.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And yo, did you see him when he was younger?
Absolutely. I mean,
Yo,
funny.
he was a fucking player. Like, yo, he was stunning. I was trying to figure out the word to use, but yeah,
Astonishingly handsome. Can't stop.
he's
that.
very handsome young man at the time, obviously.
Lucky he wasn't. And lucky he was faithful.
Yeah. Well, that was the time, you know. But yeah,
he
so
could not be faithful.
but yeah, so we do mourn the passing of James Earl Jones because he affected everybody's lives, whether they realize it or not.
He's all young, like it's so great. I'm like he's one of as someone who's now like following the idea of voice acting and voiceover.
Oh yeah,
it's him and I forget his name now. I call it it's not Keith Lee. Which the fuck was it? But you know him so well. He was like he does so many.
It's Keith David.
Keith David, there it is. Those two were like some of the greatest voices I've heard. Like those two are some of the greatest voices I ever heard. I enjoyed listening to them.
Yeah, I always say like, because you know some people sometimes you'll see online like, oh, if you had someone to do a voiceover for your life,
So
like who would it be? It'd be Keith David.
Keith David, James Earl, and Morgan Freeman. Those are the three.
Morgan Freeman. Yeah.
Those are the three I always think of.
Yeah. But yeah. So I think we covered pretty much the gamut of topics. I'm sure we could probably find more, but we're just about running out of time. So, and we got stuff to do because it is late, and I'm hungry. So I can't hear you. I don't know what happened. This happened before. I cut it out, but I'm gonna leave this one in because this is.
Hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now.
You got, guy. It's me. I'm messing with the wires. The wires are next to my foot.
It's okay.
Totally my fault.
It's all right. We're gonna end it right here anyway. So, I guess I can do the honors. You can follow us on Instagram. Excuse me, brother. Excuse me _ brother with an A because it's not racist.
There we go.
And on TikTok, excuse me, brother, with the ER because it is racist. We don't have Facebook anymore, so don't follow us on there.
We could probably delete it, but we won't.
Did we delete it? We probably did. I don't know what Brother Jay did. Maybe he did.
He's the one who did it.
Yeah, so that's on him. Remember, if you're listening on a podcast, you can share this with your friends. You can rate us. Yes, and if you're watching on YouTube, yeah, you can like and subscribe and leave a comment because we want to talk to you guys. So that'll do it for us. Thank you for listening. And how do you usually end it? You say good night, something like that?
It's good. Whenever you're listening, it's good night, good morning, good evening, good day, everywhere you listen.
There you go. Couldn't have said it better. Peace, guys.
Salutations.